Speaking of crazy nights,
Yeah.
award shows, and a whole bunch of niggas together, we are the world. We are the children. There's a documentary out called "What the Greatest Night in Pop" on Netflix. If you have time, go watch it. It is really good. Talks about how "We Are the World" came to be, how they came up with the idea to do the song. I've always known about the song. I mean, what, it came out with 85?
84, 85. Yeah, 85.
I was a toddler back then, but you grew up hearing "We Are the World." At some point, you had to sing it in elementary school, or they had you might have sang it at church. Who knows, right? But
you know what was so ubiquitous that I thought it came out 86 when I was in kindergarten. I was like, that was 85. I swear we saying that at something. They're like, yeah, this came out and we had to watch the video, or maybe they kept showing it.
It was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
We had the little 45, the single.
Yeah, so I remember in middle school singing that during one of the spring concert or something, and then everybody had a solo, and like, so you just passing the microphone to the next kid. It was a hot mess, but we did it. So essentially, what it starts with Harry Belafonte, light skinned ass, wanted to essentially he wanted to bring awareness to the famine that was in Africa. And let me back up. Let me say this real quick. So they start talking about the famine in Africa and how they just done Band-Aid, which was helping people in Africa again. Dear people that are from Africa that live in the United States and abroad, when the reason that sometimes Americans think that Africa is a very poor country is because back in the 80s, there were so many telethons to send money to Africa because there were hungry children in Africa. They were save the children, feed the children. That was literally all we were told. Like, I mean, why didn't I say all we were told? That's all you saw.
Like 50 cents a day.
Thank you for 10 cents a day. Sally Struthers was over there eating up them kids' food, but we were sending 10 cents a day. We didn't know. We had no clue, because that's literally what was thrown at us at all times. There was always a telethon raising money for the starving kids in Africa. There was always some poor little skinny baby with a big belly with flies all on them. And for 10 cents a day, you can help little Meshach eat some porridge. And you're just like, man, I got a quarter, mama. Can I send a quarter? But either way, Harry Belafonte someone who was absolutely pioneer when it came to civil rights, wanted to do something, right? And Band-Aid had just happened the month before, which was another thing where some artists came together, made a song, and the money went to a charity, right? Because it was a
big concert. It was a big concert.
Band-Aid was the concert. Live Aid was the concert.
Live Aid's the concert. Yeah.
Live Aid was the concert. Right. So, either way. So
if everybody knows the fame, if you've seen the movie on Freddie Mercury, that's the famous scene at the end.
Yeah. You've seen
during the last concert that they did together as Queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Harry Belafonte calls up Lionel Richie and is like, you know what? I am tired of all of these songs about helping Black people being sung by white folks. We need to sing something. So Lionel says, all right. So he calls up Quincy. He wants to do something, right? Hits him up. So Quincy
pause there. I think there's some stuff that's missing in here because I was waiting for you to do this. Have you all seen the Quincy Jones documentary?
I have not watched it.
All right. He loves vodka, so I know this situation was different. They have to hide his vodka, like his kids have to hide vodka from him in the house. They were showing it in the documentary. He was like, "Where's my goddamn Grey Goose?" And Rashida was like, "Daddy, I put it up. Damn it, I need my Grey Goose." If I'm doing an interview, he would say, "If I'm doing my interview, I want my vodka." vodka.
You know, he'd be like, yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and then,
like,
I'm
right.
wondering if Lionel went over there drinking vodka with him. So I'm saying, like, come on, man, I got a whole bottle of Back then it'd been Smirnoff because we didn't have Grey Goose, so they'd be like, I got a whole bottle of Smirnoff. Come on by, Lionel.
Right. Who knows? Like I said, well, I'll say this. What's fun about Quincy is every story about Quincy is the same. Like, no, his character is never different in any scenario, right? It's everyone has that exact same energy when they talk about him, right? So Lionel calls Quincy. Quincy's like, you know who we need? We need to call Stevie. They're calling Stevie. Stevie's not calling them back, which is funny as hell to me because it's the idea of how back in the day, all you had was a landline phone, period. You call, you have to leave a message with somebody. The message hopefully gets given to someone. But this is Lionel Richie calling up Stevie Wonder. Somebody should be like, hey, Lionel on the phone. So the fact that Stevie wasn't calling back, I want to know why. I want to find out what they don't talk about why he ain't calling back. But if he keeps calling and he's not calling him back, what Stevie was like, that nigga don't want shit. Like that's it.
You know some beef from back when he was with the Commodores and they was on tour. You know it had to be something like that from back in 78.
He probably talking shit about these little stupid ass songs he got.
Exactly.
Hey, look, I hate that goddamn Hello song. I told him not to do that song, Hello.
Dancing on the ceiling, my ass. So
no. Yeah, because he had the blind chick making the thing up.
That's what I'm saying. They trying to be funny. They trying to be funny and shit. Dancing on the ceiling, nigga. I dance on your. So who knows? But Stevie's not calling back. So Quincy was like, you know what? I got to talk to Michael tomorrow. I'm gonna hit him up. So talks to Michael. Michael's like, all right, anything Quincy wants, Quincy go get. So Michael and Lionel Richie start trying to get this song together. But Lionel Richie tells you very early on that Michael kept on calling him Lionel. Just know that's funny as fuck. I actually wrote that down, like him calling him Lionel, and just continued on Lionel. We need to, and I'm like, that's you just choosing to call him something else. And Big Sip is like,
no. Keep in mind, Stacey, they were on the same label. He should know how to pronounce his name. They were.
He absolutely knows how to pronounce his name. That's what makes it funny as fuck. Is that he grew up with this man. Okay, you have been saying his name probably longer than you've been saying your own, and you have decided I'm just gonna call him Lionel. Fuck it. That's funny as shit. Like that's some shit that I would do is just keep calling somebody a different name or mispronouncing their name. And the Big Sip is like, well, down south, that's how we pronounce it. I said, but that's not his name.
No, man, that's Mike. You ain't so
Mike ain't from down south. He's from Gary.
That's exactly. I'm like, it's up. Like I said, look, you may know somebody named Lionel, and that's fine. But that's what his name is. Lionel Richie name is Lionel Richie. Like that ain't the name. So they start trying to write this song, right? And not really taking it serious. That year, Lionel Richie is going to be hosting the AMAs, which are coming up. They're trying to work it out. As they're trying to book talent, they can't figure out when can we get everybody together. And they realize at the AMAs, everybody will be together, which is brilliant, honestly. It's a great idea. But now it's like, oh shit, we got to hurry up and get this song together. Wait a minute. Then we have, they start trying to continue to write. And Lionel said that while he was in there trying to write, he kept on hearing this hiss, and there was a snake. And Michael was like, oh, because he apparently had lost a snake. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm so glad. He said, the snake heard us singing and he wanted to come out and hear what was going on, Lionel. Isn't this great? And Lionel Richie is like, man, if I don't get the fuck up out of this nigga house. Like, when you look at those, like the video of them trying to get it together, that fro was dry, like it was a fro. It was no longer a jerry curl. It
was like a sideways fro.
Right back. It started shriveling up. It was dry. It looked light brown. And like, when you look at the videos, his hair looked dark. No, it was dishwater dirty brown. And he was tired. They, like I said, as they were trying to book people, the producers are trying to find folks. And something that they said that I thought was really interesting is that somebody was like, you know what, we should get Madonna. Madonna is it right now. She's climbing the charts. And they didn't want Madonna. They went with Cyndi Lauper. And so now here you go. Cyndi Lauper, first off, I love with all of my heart. Cyndi Lauper still thinks it's 1984, and I'm not going to tell her that it's not. Okay. Right? That's just that. I'm not going to be the one to tell her. Okay. So I feel like Madonna at that time, extremely risque for that time, right? Like a virgin and whatnot. So she was like the X-rated Cyndi. And Cyndi was kind of like the G-rated Madonna. Like as far as like even just the way that
she was like the pop princess.
They were yeah, that was it. Like especially like the way the clothes that they wore. I'm not going to say very similar because I mean there's a lot of things in the 80s that just everybody was doing, but just even if both of them had on those like tutu tulle skirts, right?
They love those, yes.
Right, exactly. So everybody had one, right? But Cindy's is going to be multicolored and just bright and vibrant, and Madonna's is going to be jet black.
Black.
Be black.
White, like you getting married.
And so I feel like they could not have Madonna there for this "We Are the World" thing. Now, you know, maybe I think, you know, now they could probably call her up, but who wants to talk to Madonna now? But like I said, when then also my other part is Stevie finally showing up when it's time to record. Like, what I miss? Like, what's going on?
Y'all already wrote the song?
Oh, y'all already wrote it? Oh, I can't hear the right. Oh, y'all already wrote it? Damn, that's crazy. I mean, like, what y'all need me to do since I'm here? Like, Stevie literally was the one who came late at the group project. Like, we've been trying to get in touch with you. We've been sending emails. We've been calling, and now it's the day of the presentation. And here you come, like, all right, so y'all want me to start off talking or what? Like, no, nigga, we don't even.
Y'all need to sing? I can sing.
Like, that's what you want me to do. But I, like I said, thoroughly enjoyed the documentary, just seeing how everything again is came together.
But hold on. But speaking of Cyndi Lauper, though, but y'all see her get mad while they was laughing at her sing.
Yes.
You see Michael's face though.
Hey, Michael's a Michael's shade is a high level.
Mike was hella shady.
No, you notice that he has every other Jackson that's singing except for one in the world. Yeah. You already know who it is, Jermaine.
Okay. Because I looked up, I'm like, is that Latoya? Like, I want, like I said, I've seen it a million times, right? But as you're watching, you're like, hey, there go Latoya. Is that Jackie?
Yep.
Like, okay.
Marlon, Randy, Tito. Where Jermaine?
Oh, you know, Tito drove. So that's what they had to all everybody to rode together. But Jermaine ass ain't gonna be that. Ain't gonna be no Jermaine. Nah. No,
I think Jermaine, he didn't tell Jermaine. You know, Jermaine would have been there for that to try to stunt because he would have been thinking he got a solo too. Jermaine he tried to pull the Prince, maybe. Do I have a solo like my brother?
He was probably trying to hit Barry Gordy up, thinking he had something to do with it. Like, nope. This me.
So I wrote that down, right? Okay. So with this, no one knew what was going on. It was top secret. Nobody knew. Dionne Warwick said she didn't know what they were doing until she got there. Literally, when at that point, Quincy, well, I ain't gonna say at that point, even today, but Quincy Jones calls you and says, hey, I need you to come out. We doing something. You get up and you go. Like, unless you just literally cannot get there, you got up and you went. And especially in 1984, you absolutely got.
But it was also during the American Music Awards. They said that everybody was already going to be in town, so it was already like
right. So, but like I said, but the plan to do it was already in motion. They came up. The issue was the logistics of it, because I would say Bruce Springsteen was on tour, so he finished tour like the day before. Somebody else was on the like they just could never get everyone in the same place at the same time. So once they figured out we can do it the night of the AMAs. Now you got to play the game of, well, who's coming to the AMAs? So that's how you come up. Like, so there could have been people that they maybe really did want, but they weren't coming to the AMAs. And it's like, we need you to actually be here. So, you know, my good friend Huey Lewis was there. You know, I adore him.
He's very well respected in the Black community. I don't know if he knows that though.
Huey Lewis?
Yeah.
Like I actually wrote down, shout out my nigga Huey Lewis. Shout out
He's very respected in the Black community, especially if you are between ages of 35 to 50.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I wouldn't even say 37, 38 to 50.
Yeah, only like closer to 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucks with him. But the top secretness of it, could that happen today? And the answer is
I was
no.
going to be my question. I was just going to ask.
On social media.
No,
they'll leak a link.
It's not even social media, right? So let's say that you do get all the calls out to the people.
Yep.
With TMZ today, right? They have people waiting at the airport to see who's getting off of the plane. And even if there's no paparazzi, there's somebody at the airport who is about to make that call to tell TMZ or whoever that you like, I don't know. Okay. Like I just saw so-and-so. Wait, I just saw, like when you start seeing too many.
You know what? The only way you can do it is everybody's got to fly on a PJ to somewhere, like together.
Yeah.
Like, you know, somebody's airfield, Jay-Z, Beyonce, whoever got an airfield that's like not known. And hey, we got 2 flights on 2 PJs going out to Wyoming, to Kanye Ranch or whatever. We going out there to do this music. We charter.
It's
5 hours. We'll have you back in LA or in 5 hours. And even then, it's probably still
And I'm still, you see, I'm shaking my head. The answer is still no, because and I would say NDAs are shit. People don't give a shit about it. People are breaking NDAs. People breaking HIPAA violations just to tell you that someone's at the hospital, right? So the idea of being able to, again, to get all of those, and then these are the top names. So the Grammys, right? Everybody listens to the Grammys right now. You've got a nice section of them, and you need them all to leave after this show and hop in a car. Like I think what they had, cars come and get them or something and take them to this location. So again, you got TMZ is already standing outside waiting for you, period, to come outside. People are literally watching your social media account to see who you followed, who you liked, what you did. So you can't move any differently, but you can't move the way that you need to move. There's literally no freedom to be able to get that, to be able to do that in secret. Like everybody's
real quick, Scott, I thought about something, Scott.
What?
Real quick. She brought up a point of that people were bringing like secret cars to pick people up. What artist was standing next to somebody else when his car pulled up and thought they was going to get in too? Like, oh, what we going? Like, you know, like you wrote Rick James, like Rick James hanging out, and they like, oh snap, Huey going? That's my boy. I'm just gonna roll with you.
Yep. Let me get
where y'all gonna go? How
much did that happen? Y'all think where somebody was like, hey man, where y'all going? Like.
Man, we
I'm working with Lionel or something. Oh man, I know that nigga Lionel. I'm on my way. Like what's the address?
Man, not Lionel.
Lionel. And the thing is, they were there all night. They said what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, I want to know how much sleep Lionel Richie got, because he just hosted an award show.
Anyway, so he hosted the award show. He swept the his categories that night. They said he performed twice. He had been already up for a day or weeks prior writing the damn song, as well as getting ready for the shit. So
rehearsing.
That's the real MVP. Lionel Richie should be Man of the Year for 1984. Like pulling that off. Like aside from, like I said, everything that he did just to get this out of the way.
Shout out to Prince for not fucking with them niggas.
And standing on business.
Yeah, but this is the interesting thing though. If you look at the assortment of crowd, like Jeffrey Osborne just happened to be with somebody, right? That's no disrespect to Jeffrey Osborne. I'm saying, how did he get with these other cats in this? This is a pop thing. Jeffrey Osborne.
Al Jarreau
was drunk as fuck. Baby, listen.
In my mind, I think the Pointer Sisters brought them.
Hey,
In my mind, they was like, "Oh, well, I'm rolling with y'all."
Tina Turner, Ray Charles.
Stevie Wonder taking Ray Charles bathroom is fun. That's just comedy in itself.
That's how you know Stevie Wonder can see.
Yeah, he's like, I'll show you.
I'll show you how to get there. And then Ray being like, all right, nigga, what?
They said the blind leading the blind.
Blind leading the blind.
So again, because Jeffrey Osborne being there is just a weird, not weird, it's just, who pegged
He probably cool. He probably cool with Quincy. Quincy was like,
Quincy
man,
called in a favor, like, hey, man.
Quincy was like, man, I need strong vocals on this one.
Again, so like I said, James Ingram was there. So it's
yeah, that's what it was. That's why I couldn't.
It was who would have been at the American Music Awards that night in 1984.
You think they might have just picked up some random people too.
Who was hot at that time?
Man, so Luther wasn't there.
Like I said, right? Who was hot at that time? Who would have? Who was going to be in town at the show? And then also, as we're trying to write this song, whose voice is going to work? So remember, they said that they were listening to the sound engineer. What he said that he went and was listening to everybody's songs just to understand, like trying to get what register they were in. So you're trying to create a song for 50 different octave ranges and voices. So I think I said, what was it? Was it Bob Dylan that was singing? I think it was Bob Dylan that was singing. And Big Sip looked at me and said, now in what world does that sound good to people? And I fell out laughing.
Oh, you know what, Stacey, you are on to something here. I'm looking at the American Music Awards winners.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
They're all the people that were damn near, like the people, even some people nominated are the people in this, in We Are the World.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can, if I say right now, like, man, I want to throw this big party, right? And I want to invite all these celebrities. Okay. What celebrities? You got to narrow it down. And when they figured out we can do the American Music Awards, who's going to be in town that night, that was the easiest guest list to go off of. Like, okay, this person can sing, this person can sing. Absolutely fucking not. Nope, she can come. Nope, don't even call her. And you start making the calls.
Mm.
Like I said, if it had been, what year was it? What year was Whitney's first album?
They missed Billy Ocean. He was there.
They did not. They did miss Billy Ocean. Now
he ain't American. I'm just talking.
No. This is funny. That was the reason why you said it. That's the reason he didn't make it. Now, Shaka Khan was there. Why did not Shaka Khan not make it? Because the Pointer Sisters made it.
Shaka Khan didn't feel like singing. Shaka Khan wanted to party.
She wanted to.
Priscilla Tina Turner in their category. All in their category.
Yeah, Shaka Khan didn't want to sing. She wanted to. Yeah. Who else?
So I'm looking. So the Time and Kool and the Gang was there too. Or they were nominated. I'll say that Ray Parker Jr. was there for Ghostbusters. But you got Dan Aykroyd there, and Ray Parker Jr. could have come. Dan Aykroyd was in the choir, but Ray Parker Jr. can't get in there.
The man that wrote the song.
In the documentary, it was a woman who said, "I wanted Dan Aykroyd." And it was somebody else that she said that she.
Yeah, it was Dan Aykroyd and Somebody. It was just a random celebrity.
Somebody ran, but again, it was the hottest people.
Was it Chevy Chase?
I think it might have been Chevy, something like that.
Chevy Chase or something.
It was extremely random, right?
Bill Murray. It was Bill Murray.
Probably was Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Murray would have set that shit off. Just write that down. But
Bill Murray also don't like to do shit with regular humans. Like he like to just be on his own shit.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. Bill Murray, like if they would have called, essentially they would have known not to even ask him. Anybody would have told him, don't even, like Dan would have been like, no, don't even. He's not.
Nah, don't fuck with him.
Ain't fucking with it at all. But like I said, really great documentary. Like, learned a lot, and then like I said, watching it made me want to learn how much money was made. Right, so
because it's funny because that one engineer was in there talking about I tried to put in my invoice and they was like,
oh, man, we ain't getting paid for this. And that's actually what I said to Sip. I said, like, like, I said, I'm sure nobody's getting paid. I said, they got that call. Quincy calls you, you get up and you go. I'm like, I said, you don't worry about that's one of those things of you're not worried about what this payday is today, because you know whatever it is that you're about to be involved in is about to change. It's going to be really, really big. And that's that. So they raised 10.8 million. So 4 months after the release, 10.8 million had been raised for the We Are the World Foundation, right? And which is what, in 29 million in today's dollars. So by October of 1986, they had raised 50 million. 50 million was their actual goal. That they didn't think that they were going to make like that quickly. So
it's probably like 150 million today.
Yeah. No, actually, I think it was 150 million today. So I think in total it's $80 million. But most of the money came from the sales of the album, and the other things. Other things are just donations. But what made me, it made me think about, like, okay, well, you had Band-Aid, you had Live Aid, you had We Are the World, and just everybody coming together. That's random. And it made me think about the Martin Luther King Holiday celebration. Sing, celebrate, if you will. And so it was released January 13th, 1986. Happy Founders Day for me. Released, of course, in honor of MLK Day, which had just been was just first celebrated right after that. So January 20th, 86 is when it was first celebrated. So 13th is when the song was released.
Except for Arizona and New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
And the proceeds went to the King Center for Nonviolent Social Change. It peaked at number 30 on the Billboard Hot Black Singles chart. Not Billboard Top 100, not Hot R&B, not Hot Black Singles chart. We have come so far since
they said the Black Singles chart.
Yeah. We forgot about that. The best new Black artist.
Yep.
And
so again, when they try to say that we separate ourselves and we make our own stuff, no, y'all separated us first. But other fun part is the criticisms of the song. So
there was criticisms of the song?
Oh yes. So one of the themes one of the words that kept getting said, we are the world. We are the children, and then, we keep saying there's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. In 1984, there was a pop artist who was associated with a beverage brand who had the slogan, the choice of a new generation.
Mm-hmm.
It was Michael Jackson, who also helped write We Are the World. So there were a lot of people who felt like they kept on saying there's a choice, and then
they said Michael was cross-branding.
Cross-branding and an affiliation with Pepsi.
I call that being smart.
I want to say what they said was him, and I think that did Lionel also had an affiliation? I don't remember, but they they just felt like it was a commercial. Like they just like, this is just an extended Pepsi commercial. Now I don't remember seeing anybody have Pepsi in the video, but that's an interesting criticism though. Like it's one of those things, you know, you like people are just sit around and just think about stuff and the type of you're like, how did you even come up with it? Like really? But
hey, so as we move forward, Byron Allen is trying to become like the next Rupert Murdoch, maybe, basically, right?
He's trying to buy everything.
He leaving her with something. That's it. I'm leaving her with something. Every couple of years, he puts in a bid to buy something.
Did he ever get the Weather Channel?
He owns that.
Okay.
He has a Weather Channel. So, you know, we joke about, oh, he was trying to buy NBC. He fucking around like, well, let me say this.
He's really trying to buy it.
He's not gonna try to buy NBC. Well, I'll say this. Not now. But not right now. But essentially, the more he just continues to keep purchasing networks and purchasing networks and purchasing networks and just building that money. So right now he's put in a bid for Paramount Plus. And there was an article that I was reading, like, you know, how real is this deal? And it's real. Like it's out there. It's real. So we'll see what happens. I mean, again, there's other deals that he's tried to do that didn't, you know, that some didn't go through, some do. But look, that man gonna leave here with something. You want to talk about buying the block back.
I wonder why he didn't buy BET. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Actually, I think
you know, since you know they were saying Tyler Perry and Puffy 50. Well, I ain't gonna say 50, but Tyler and Puffy was gonna get it.
Oh wait, hold on.
They didn't want to sell it to him.
Well, no.
They said that the deal. I know that a lot of people were saying that BET deal was a bad deal. Like how much they wanted.
Yeah. So last year, So media mogul Byron Allen has renewed his attempt to acquire BET Media Group from Paramount Global, extending a 3 point. That's what.
Well, he gonna buy Paramount.
That's how you do it. Fuck that. You won't sell it to like.
Yeah, I just
you won't sell me Converse. I'm buying Nike.
You ain't gonna sell me your car? I'm gonna buy your grandma's house.
That's exactly it. That's what the hell he said. So he extended a $3.5 million offer.
So that's
offer $3.5 billion to BET Media Group, which includes the BET cable channel, VH1, BET Studios.
Yeah, that's all that Viacom stuff.
Mm-hmm. Paramount owns Viacom.
Yeah. Well, that's everything.
Yeah. So
he buying TV.
That didn't work. So that's it. Like now, well, I mean, not to say that buying Paramount didn't make sense. It wasn't a bad idea anyway. Like that's what Paramount. That's what CBS. That's all my CBS shows.
CBS, so you own CBS too,
right? So there's a nice shit that you'd had. Like I said, not a bad idea, but the fact that you wanted BET and this, like, that didn't work out. All right, that's fine.
So what's the big streaming? So it'll be what, Paramount, Peacock, what, Netflix, Amazon?
It's about the big streamers in general.
Yeah,
I believe it's Netflix is number one. I think Hulu may be second. Disney Plus, I believe, probably is third, but I don't know if that's bundled in with Hulu together, like if they're considered one because
that bundle package
owned by the same thing. And then Amazon
keep up in there.
Yeah, I think Peacock has been struggling. I know that. That's why you've been seeing like full movies coming on, like Oppenheimer's coming on there like this week, like where it's only gonna be on Peacock. Like they're really like pushing to have like more exclusive things on their station. So If he got Paramount, I mean, Paramount is doing decent. It does decent because it's basically CBS's streaming platform.
Yeah.
So you think about anybody want to watch
They
anything
showing
on CBS.
NFL games too.
All right.
Yeah.
So you look at Netflix.
And soccer.
So at Netflix, then Prime Video, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO, Paramount Plus, Apple TV, Peacock, and that is as of July 23. Of a survey on some what is this, Statista? This site. Yeah. So
I told you Peacock struggling. I knew they were struggling. They didn't last. I knew they were struggling.
Yeah, I mean, Peacock isn't whatever it was supposed to be. Like, you don't get to tell me that you are going to give me all of the episodes of the original Law and Order on Peacock, and then you don't give me all of the episodes of the original Law and Order.
And they do that with American Greed too.
Like, the original Law and Order is like 20 seasons, and then I go and it's like 3 episodes from season 4. No, absolutely not. I can just sit here, like, I can watch Sundance, BBC America, and WeTV to get my Law and Order, regular Law and Order fixed. But no, I think essentially I'm paying for Peacock to watch Bel-Air, and I've never watched Bel-Air.
I still haven't watched it yet. I still haven't watched it yet either.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I've seen clips. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, Sip watched it. I do watch a lot of stuff on Paramount Plus, Apple TV.
I watched Ted Lasso. That's the only thing I watched on there was Ted Lasso.
I'm like, yeah. So why did I have?
I don't watch Apple TV.
Why did I get it for?
You have an iPhone?
I have an iPhone, but I don't.
I mean, like, I have an iPhone, like, but
you get Apple TV for like free for like a year if you have an iPhone.
Yeah, you do. So I think with Verizon or something, I must have gotten a deal or something. But yeah, so even with that, so Ted Lasso, and that's gone. I liked Swagger. They took that away from me.
Yeah, that was canceled.
Yeah. So HBO Max, I do mess with that a lot. I watch Hulu pretty much every day. Disney Plus, I got that because I was told that I was getting everything out the vault, and I'm still waiting on Polly to show up.
Polly ain't on
there. Not at all.
And but they just put the Cinderella with Brandy on there. They just put that on there, I think.
You know, I've never seen that.
I think they just put it on there like a couple months ago.
I have never seen that.
With Whitney, the one with Whitney Houston.
I've just never seen. I just really didn't want to see it because, like, I was like, I don't care about Brandy being Cinderella.
Yeah, we was in high. I think we was in high school.
She's a black Cinderella. I don't care. Like, I just.
Moesha ain't no Cinderella.
Airport. None of that. So,
yeah,
he's leaving her with something. I'm all for it. Go for it, Mr. Allen. I hope you get.
Yeah, get it, man.
Get it. Shit, fuck it. Why not? Or even just the fact that he's attempting to do it.
Right.
Like the fact that he's trying to do it. And it's I ain't got no money to buy shit, right? I'm barely paying for these streaming platforms that I am paying for, right? So, but it is that idea that it's possible, right? So there are other rich as fuck black people that are out there that could be doing this. That could be, like, again, we talk about what we don't like the way that we're portrayed, or we want to be able to have that control over our content and what we create, and we can to a large extent we can. If he gets BET, I would love to see what he does with it. I would love to see what he does with it. I want to see if he walks in and fires everybody.
I'm cleaning
like, you know how like you just walk in and just be like, yeah. So.
Like how Dion walked in Colorado.
That's exactly it. If he does that, then look. Oh, right. For all the viewers, if you keep seeing me touch my nose, I have allergies, and so my nose has been all messed up forever. And now it's all dry from me blowing it all the time. So it's itchy. And that's why I keep scratching my nose. I promise I'm not on the nose candy. If I was, I would be so much more smaller. Just know that I would have lost so much more weight if I was on the nose candy. But sadly, I'm still overweight. And it's like, so that's it. So that's how you know that I haven't flipped over to the dark side, is because I'm still chilling.
Something else that was super, super crazy, and I'm interested to see how this is going to go, is what we talked about a little bit amongst ourselves, is this TikTok Warner Brothers situation. Warner Brothers, or Universal put all their music from TikTok. Stacey, I know you were the main one, out here, putting it out there. So what is the overall thing on this?
Hold on, because I wrote some stuff down. So, boys and girls, here's a little lesson. One thing that we know is that when it comes to what just went dark? Wait a minute, like my light just went off. Wait, what happened? I know what it is. Hold on, I'll fix it. But anywho, so we know nothing. We know that on these social media platforms, that when you post music, if it is not licensed, then they will shut your shit down. And so all of these different record labels and distribution companies have set up these deals with these platforms, and then that's how the artists get paid. Blah blah blah, bluey. Universal Music Group, UMG, sent a letter to TikTok like last week and said, y'all full of shit. Y'all are trying to bully and intimidate us. Y'all are not paying the money that y'all need to pay, and we will take our shit. Their contract was about to end, and they were in negotiations and couldn't come up with essentially with an agreement. So, and then UMG, and know this again, as somebody who is broke, I will tell you in a minute how much money you don't have. No matter how broke I am, I could be, look, legit. I could have 3 eviction notices outside my door, and I'm going to let you know how much money you don't have, okay, in comparison to me and my ass. Right. Well, I'm going to make it seem like I got money. And something that UMG said to TikTok is that the TikTok accounts only for about 1% of our total revenue. So it's big bank, take little bank. It's like, look, we, y'all are 1% of what we do around here.
But that's kind of bullshit, though.
Right. However, though, but to that other point, though, they said, which they said is evidence of how little TikTok is compensating artists and songwriters, despite its massive and growing user base, rapidly rising advertising revenue, and increasing reliance on music-based content. So, and then TikTok basically said that Universal is putting their greed above the interests of the artist. And TikTok, UMG is also upset that, with right now with AI, that people can start using voices. So at this point, they have removed their music from TikTok. There are non-licensed versions of songs that are out there, that they'll just have to keep trying to look and find and remove. But this is play stupid games. They said, so UMG, if you don't understand this, it said its catalog contained about 4 million songs when they gave their annual report for 2022. So that includes the subsidiaries of Universal Music Group, which includes like Post Malone, Drake, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande. So even if you're
Nelly, all them hiding here's and all that stuff, does that count anybody that, like, when they had that Busted challenge, would that count because that was a Nelly song? Because that was sampled by, it was a sample. I'm just saying, how deep does that well go?
That's what I'm saying. So the issue is that, yes, with TikTok has absolutely shed light on artists that may have gotten shine in any other way. However, Universal is stating that once they were in the midst of negotiations and were not getting along before everything was finalized, that TikTok started selectively pulling music for certain artists, for lesser known artists, and kind of focusing on other ones. Where is it at? It said, when negotiations stalled, UMG alleges that TikTok tried to intimidate the company by selectively removing the music of certain of our developing artists while keeping bigger stars on the platform. So you are, that debut artist, whatever, right? And you really need this. Like, we ain't pulling you. So TikTok wasn't playing the stuff that you're supposed to do. So we'll see what happens. And the other part of this is, so that's just Universal. If another record company does the same thing, label, like, what is it, Warner Brothers, Sony?
Warner and Sony, shit is on like 3 or 4 like conglomerates left, like on a major basis.
On a major, yeah. Warner, Sony, Universal.
So if Sony.
Hold on. So we got Universal, Atlantic.
Oh, Atlantic. That's the other one.
Yeah. Universal, Atlantic, Sony, Warner. And then the other ones all up under them other ones.
Yeah.
Universal has a lot up under them though. Shit. They got Capitol, Def Jam, Interscope, Island, Polygram, Republic. Damn.
All the black labels.
Yep.
They got all the black.
Sony got black labels. Sony got Columbia, RCA, Epic, Arista. Warner got Elektra, Warner, Atlantic. Well, Atlantic is under Warner. Damn. So yeah, it's only 3 majors, but Atlantic is on its own. It's weird.
Wait.
Atlantic not a major.
Atlantic is a major, but not a major. It's they're a major under Warner Music,
Capital.
but then they're the own. It's weird.
So hold on. Wait. So your billionaires are that Sony, Universal, Warner. That's your billion as far as revenue is concerned, right? Then underneath there, you're looking at BMG rights management. And that's the question. What does BMG have? And then it looks like underneath that, then it says Interscope. And like I said, this is just as far as this is revenue. This is revenue generated annually.
Yeah, because Interscope is under Universal.
So
but I get this with what they're trying to do, Universal. But are they already, getting over on artists already and ripping them off? Like, is this really gonna go to the artists anymore? Or are they just putting money in their pocket regardless?
Is this money
really gonna go to the artists? So should it really? If anything, the artists benefit off this more because they get actually exposure for real. And even legacy artists have come back because of stuff on TikTok, and they've got more things popping up.
2 words: Cheryl Lynn.
Yeah, it was like Cheryl Lynn encore.
Cheryl Lynn. That's really one word, Cheryl Lynn. But yeah, it's
even though did you want to say that, find out, did you put that up that the Cheryl Lynn account that it tweeted Megan was a fake one?
It wound up being it was fake. Yeah, it wound up being it was fake.
Because you put up the original, right? And then you put the rebuttal up, I think, right, Stacey?
Yeah.
I'm so pissed. So bruh, I do not get played on the internet. Right. I will research the hell out of something before I will repeat it. And come to find out that Cheryl Lynn who sang Encore and To Be Real.
If This World Was Mine with Luther.
Was not real on the Twitters. She has no social media accounts. So what essentially the tweets that had been going on for however long were seemed like that of a 6-year-old auntie, right? But once this beef happened with Nikki and Meg, then all of a sudden Cheryl Lynn is kind of like taken aside. And
like, will be taking a side in this.
And it's the young girls, I would say why the young girls want to take sides and all that. But like I'll say this with Cheryl Lynn, her tweet again was definitely an auntie tweet. And it was like, hey, if you want to make a remix and you for his and use Encore, let me know. Cause she got a master's. Keep me posted. Signed Hottie Auntie Cheryl. And it's like, so again, this seems absolutely like something somebody's 6-year-old auntie.
Because Dionne Warwick be typing like that on Twitter right now. And Anita Baker.
Dionne Warwick.
Jack A. Harris.
Jack A. too, yep.
Dionne Warwick is an absolute treasure on Twitter. Like, she just period. But come to find, but apparently there was something else that was tweeted that made people be like, wait a minute. Like I said, the one about her using Encore, we were like, I ain't even mad at that. Go ahead, Auntie. But it was something else that was tweeted that made people be like, this ain't it. And then again, come to find out, women don't even have Twitter.
So was it a check mark with this? Was it a check mark with that one too?
Probably, but now on Twitter, it's not hard. You gotta
pay for it.
Right. You just pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Now, which is what I will say, what I appreciate, even though the Facebook verification crap it's an ordeal sometimes. But if someone at this point with blue checks, if you're paying for your blue check, you had to show your driver's license. That person's name is that person's name, right? So we're saying there's another person named Cheryl Lynn. This is probably somebody.
Because Twitter's a little bit easier. You're saying to get the blue check.
Like, I think on Twitter, I think it's probably just easier to get it. Where people were just like on Instagram though. If you hack an account that's been verified, then they'll sell that account to somebody else, and that's how people end up buying their things. Like, I can get you a blue check for if you pay me $500. Well, if I pay Elon $5.99, I can have a check too. So, and I know where my money is going. But yeah, that is so ridiculous. I feel so ashamed of my journalism skills. Like I said, y'all know I take notes. I will research. I make sure I double check before I post something because I never want to redact some shit.
Yeah.
And well,
one slip through the cracks.
Our last topic. This one may have a small debate, a small fight. This Michael Jackson movie has now cast Nia Long as Catherine, Coleman Domingo as Joe Jackson, and Michael Jackson's nephew, Jafar, I think his name is, Jafar Jackson, is playing him.
Whose son is that again?
I think it's Jermaine.
Look, Jermaine kids are always in need of work.
Jermaine.
Yes, Jermaine. Okay. I know anytime it's any ridiculous like name like Majesty, like he got a kid like Majesty or Majesty or something. Those are all Jermaine's kids.
So let me get this. So him playing Mike settles the even though Mike's been gone 15 years. This settles the smoke. You could play your uncle, man.
or does Jermaine look at it like, I still want my son playing you, punk?
Well, he's like, my son can't play me.
That's a YouTube short, right? Jackson career.
Yeah, neither one of his sons can play him.
Right. So Jafar, I'm fine with. Dude,
Coleman Domingo.
So write this down that I'm saying this. Cat Williams told us that they went around the world for 2 years trying to tell us that Jonathan Majors looked good and put him out there.
So he the new one.
I think Coleman Domingo is a very talented actor. I also don't think he looks as he doesn't have that nose like Jonathan Majors does. So he's not an unattractive man. He definitely looks like he's old as hell. Like he
look like he could pay Joe.
He has Otis Redding face.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Otis Redding was 31 when he died, I believe.
He was 26 when he died.
26, okay.
He was 26 and he looked every bit of 73. But moving forward, I think he's now that one that's getting pushed forward. And every once in a while it happens, somebody gets pushed forward. But like I said, but that man, he actually is a very talented. I mean, not to say that
Jonathan was too.
I'm not saying that Jonathan was not. But this push forward is warranted. They didn't just like, okay, well, all right, here, dark-skinned man, here you go. Like, no, he's getting pushed forward, and I'm glad that he's getting recognition. And then when he's getting these roles, that he's doing amazing. And then they're like, oh, we want you in something else. So I'm excited to see where he goes. I don't know why Nia Long got a phone call.
Like that one, it doesn't make.
Unless she's playing young Catherine or something.
No, this is supposed to be Michael's. This is Michael's biopic.
No, it doesn't. Why? Like, Nia, I love you with all of my heart, and you are welcome here anytime. However, why? Like, who? What? How?
I wonder who's gonna play Jermaine. Is Your Majesty gonna play? He's like, check it out. Okay, I'll let y'all have Jafar if y'all let Your Majesty play me.
I need to see a picture of Your Majesty.
The idea that his name is Your Majesty is everything. He put Majesty and Jermaine together and made a name.
Okay, yeah, Your Majesty is fine. I didn't know that, but even still,
does he look like Jermaine?
No.
Your Majesty about what? 20 something?
Your Majesty 23.
23.
Yeah. So, but even still though, like that's why I actually had to decided to look at the age first before I said he was fine.
Yeah, you got to make sure that he was 17.
Right. Well, basically, that's real.
There you go. Add one to 3T.
Right. Or like, because at first there's a younger picture of him, and then there's an older picture. I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. Well, I don't know when each of these was taken. Let me look and see. But like, if he'd have been underage, I'd have been like, oh, he's a handsome young man. That's what I would have said. But yeah, I don't know.
They got 7 kids. God damn.
He couldn't. So, Your Majesty, he could be on the. He could be a DeBarge.
Ooh, I'm looking at him now. Yeah, he's the youngest of all Jermaine's kids. Okay.
Yeah, he just was born in 2000.
So, how old is the one playing Michael, the Jafar?
He's born in 96, so 27.
So he's about 28.
Yeah, 27, 28. Yeah. Oh no, that's right. Those 2 kids are by Randy's ex-wife. Those are the sister, the brother cousins with Randy's kids.
Oh yeah,
he married Randy's ex-wife, and those are the kids from that. Damn. I thought he had kids with that new woman he would now, the one that's like because when he converted to, was it Islam or Hindu or something? Islam, he's Islam. He's Islamic now. Yeah,
converted to Islam.
Oh, Jermaine.
Jermaine's
was that her?
Yes.
So he ain't Jehovah's Witness no more?
No, he's a Muslim. He converted them.
I do not think that Allah approves of those chemicals in his head, and I want to talk to somebody about it.
Oh shit, he converted to Islam in 89.
So he been with them chemicals.
So I mean, okay, so he converted in 89, but is he still converted? Because sometimes people convert back.
No, because he has a whole thing in Bahrain he does every year. It says that he does a big thing in Bahrain every year for for Islam, for Muslim faith. Oh, but he did have, but he oh, you know what he became Muslim, then took his brother's girl and had kids with her. That was 89. He got with Randy's wife in 95.
So when did you divorce Barry Gordy's daughter?
Oh shit, that's he divorced her in 88.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Hazel got fucked about it.
Jermaine was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, Jermaine got
the
wow, these
biopic.
things are amazing.
I'm like, was that is that around the time he was fucking with Whitney or when was that?
This is before Whitney.
Hey.
So 88? He was
Jermaine, that's the biopic we need.
Hold on. Stop, Stacey. Hold on. Hold on. Now, Stacey, earlier you did say that sometimes marriages can take a while to be annulled or to be divorced.
Correct. Yeah.
So
sometimes people are separated. Just people will be separated and they don't be divorced. And that just happens, or it takes, especially if you have money, or if you have assets and children, it can take longer. There's just a lot more that you have to deal with. But again, sometimes shit just be ugly. But again, Whitney was saving all her love for Jermaine.
Oh, nigga, stop the press. That song supposed to be about Jermaine. Saving All My Love supposed to be about Jermaine. Google it.
It is. I'm not making.
You knew that already? You knew that already?
Yeah. Saving All My Love for You was supposed to be it's always been rumored that the song was about Jermaine. So the fact that it was a married man that she was waiting on to come and all of that was supposed, that is a song. That's always been the rumor, right? It's just the idea that song was about Jermaine.
Did not know that. Oh my God.
Tonight is the night.
Because then Bobby almost try to put some pause on him.
Bobby has tried to put pause on everybody
because of the whole Janet thing too, and then he kind of cross-referenced with him.
What's the line? Saving All My Love. She talks about how her friends tell her go find you somebody else and all of that, blah blah blah. Now, not true enough. That is just a side chick anthem, but essentially, like I said, but I don't think Whitney wrote it. I don't know who wrote.
No, she didn't write any of her music.
But
I think Kashif wrote it.
Ooh, good. Look at you with the
I think Kashif. I'll be on my songwriter. I don't know. I'll just be reading about songs.
Yeah, no. That's a good one, the Kashif reference. Hold on, Jermaine.
Because he was
okay. Wait a minute. No,
he wrote "You Give Good Love"
by Michael Master and Gary Coffin. Originally recorded by Marilyn McCoo. Now that's a name I ain't heard in a while.
Marilyn.
That reminded me of my grandma bringing up Marilyn McCoo. And Billy Davis Jr. for their album Marilyn and Billy 1978. American singer Whitney Houston recorded it for her self-titled debut studio album 1985. It was released August 13th, 85 by Arista Records. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. But very simply put, Wikipedia ain't gonna say it. Google, who is Google to take the world believes that it but again, as I just said, that the song was written well before Whitney was doing anything. Now, I will say this, when it comes time to choose the songs that's going on your album, maybe she was like, "Oh, that song is just really just hit me. This hit me right here. It just hits me right here. That song.
That's me."
But that's why I kept saying it's a rumor. It's the rumor. But obviously not true. One, we know that she didn't write it, but then two, it's not.
But she was kicking it with Jermaine, period. Like that's a fact. So that's not.
Yeah, they was kicking it.
Yeah.
That's not hyperbolic saying like.
Yeah.
Or exaggerating saying like, oh, she was kicking it with Jermaine for a minute. It was just all about when that timeline is that's the question. That's where the question is of the timeline.
Okay. Oh, wait. The song caused controversy due to its theme of having an affair with a married man. Houston's mother, Cissy Houston, did not at all like the scenario described in the lyrics, claiming that the song's message would reflect badly on her daughter. However, Houston herself confessed, "I was going through a terrible love affair with Jermaine Jackson. He was married, and that will never work out for anybody, never, no way." And so thus again, like we could talk about, like she may not have written the song for him, but the song resonated with what she was going through at the time.
And she was like, "Yo, I'm finna put that out."
Like you don't hear.
And it's one of those. I think at that time, some people would have figured it out. I mean, again, that's just what we had access to. Your access came from. Jet Magazine still wasn't like gossipy. So you had to see it on tabloid. It had to be National Enquirer, The Star, The Sun with those rumors for you to be like, "Ooh, that's okay." Because we had no idea what the hell stars did in their spare time.
No,
you think Whitney pulled up on Jermaine like, "I know you wasn't on there We Are the World, but peep this."
Why was Whitney on We Are the World?
Huh?
I was thinking about that.
It's because she wasn't at the American Music Awards, maybe on tour or something, or
She was going to Clive Davis after party.
When was We Are the World?
Was it 84? 85.
Give me a date. Give me like a time frame.
Oh, so
because it looks like essentially, I think
it's January. The American Music Awards were January 28th, 1985. Because I still got that tab open.
Her album was released Valentine's Day 85. So
that was her first album.
Yeah. So
she wasn't even cracking yet. So she wasn't even.
What's up, y'all? This is RVS.
This is ROD, aka Rated R.
And we are the We Coming For You cast. And we talk about pro wrestling from a black dude's perspective. Tell them what they can expect on this here podcast.
Oh, we gonna give you all the raw and dirty and everything black from AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, and any other wrestling in between. If you want your wrestling unfiltered, uncensored, and you want it raw, you need to subscribe to the We Come For You cast.
Right here on SOLC Network.
She knew.
Maybe had a single out before.
That's why they grabbed her for the MLK one.
It was like, check it out. Y'all missed that, man. Y'all missed that one.
That makes perfect sense, honestly. Like I think she just wasn't it just not yet. Like if it had been the next year,
she would have been on it.
Yeah, she'd have been on there. Just even trying to see if any singles. Yeah, first single that dropped from the album, song called Hold Me, came out in May of 84.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, even that was
You Give Good Love was February of 85, All at Once, March of 85, Saving All My Love for You didn't come till August of 85. So
Whitney came out with the ballads, then she went pop.
Yeah, what's the first pop?
That first album is the
ballads,
one, right? No, the first album does have How Will I Know on there.
Oh, okay. All right.
But no, what's the other song that I'm thinking of? Emotional. That's the next song. That's the next album, I guess.
So that first album was all ballads, right? Mostly all ballads, right?
Yeah. And like it didn't do bad, and also Jermaine Jackson is a producer on that album. Hold on, let me go check on my chicken.
Oh my God. Hold on. Jermaine is a producer? Oh man. Hey man, Jermaine be on some dirty work, man.
I don't think it get no better than black music in the 80s.
It was so low-key messy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yo.
Like somebody needs to just make a movie just about like everybody in just behind the scenes in the 80s.
Just an 80s label thing, like
Not even Studio 54, just black
I'm trying to
music.
think like a black label because Motown wasn't really popping as much in the 80s.
What's that one out there? Was it Solar?
Solar, that's the one.
Solar,
yeah, because Solar had like
they had
because Solar was spin off of
Coltrane.
Shalimar. That's where the Deal came from.
Yeah, the Deal.
Midnight Star, I think, was on there. That's a good idea.
That's
a Solar Records TV show.
Yeah, because of course, Mike was the biggest ever, and then Prince was right behind him.
Yeah, but we need a black label that was just doing it. Like, so Stacey, we were saying like, oh, the 80s was messy black R&B. Like that was the messiest time of R&B was the 80s.
I'm like, yeah. So producers, on the album were Jermaine, Kashif, Michael Masser, Narada Michael, Walden.
Hey, what if Jermaine chose that song? Was like, you know what? That's Saving All My Love. That's us basically.
That
right?
was on the first album. That was on that first album. Oh yeah, he put that on there. Yeah, that was it. Hey, that was him.
Hey, Jermaine put that on the album. Hey, Jermaine put that on our first album.
And he probably put "You Give Good Love."
But we gotta have something. I gotta have a redeeming quality as well on here. The streets of figure. Or hold on. This Hazel. Hold on. Because he's still messing with Hazel. Hold on, Hazel walked in. Let me call you right back.
And he probably he talking shit to Barry Gordy, like, man, I got this new girl. Could sing Tina Marie out the water.
No, he didn't tell Barry because he messing with her.
Yeah.
Barry found out looking at the credits, like Stacey just said, that Jermaine was involved. He was like, hey, man.
He was like, this nigga here.
Listen, I'm just looking at I'm like, you see the little stuff on Wikipedia about the album. Jermaine. And I'm like, it's a good time for me to go check on my chicken. And those wings are cooked to perfection. They just are, It's so good.
Jermaine, fresh off the victory tour.
Bruh, this is, like I said, these are things like you can't make it up. I can't make this stuff up. Like we can make all these inferences about what may or may not have happened, but the timelines
don't lie.
Right,
the 80s was a time.
Hey, she had some banging ass writers on here. She had Kashif, Jeffrey Osborne, Michael Master.
Oh yeah, Clive was on.
Well, like I said, she has Clive, and then
Clive gonna put it wasn't
poppy. Like these are R&B writers. But
she wasn't no dancing. She was a singer. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she wasn't like no dancer.
Exactly. And Sissy was gonna have her doing ballads. Like I said, the fact that Sissy didn't like the song, we're like, we don't do none of that around there. I don't like none of that. And I know she said it too. I don't like none of that.
And then you got your auntie out here singing that's what friends are for.
Hey, okay, as we wrap up, is that what friends are for? Trying to ride off of the We Are the World for profit though. It's like the non-profit, it's the for-profit version of the non-profit version.
That was the senior citizen. That was the AARP version. Because all them niggas was old, man.
That's as soon as you say the song, I just hear Stevie on that harmonica.
Maybe they was like, man, we gotta recoup off of this.
Yeah, Stevie was like, man, I'm gonna write my own song.
Never thought I'd feel this way.
Who was it? It was Stevie. Was it Gladys Knight?
Hey, that's on Dionne Warwick's album. So Dionne Warwick is the one that it's Dionne Warwick and Rod Stewart's album.
Right. So it was written by my good friend Burt Bacharach, who I forgot passed away. last year. And until I saw it on the Memorial thing.
Sorry, this is a remake. Hers is a remake.
Mm-hmm. So, and I always say this. I get so pissed off when I find out that things are remakes. It drives me crazy. This was released.
Like Morris, when we figured out "Don't Make Me Over" has been made like 15 times.
Single for AIDS research. And actually, I did know that. I don't know why. I don't know why I just looked that up. Watching the Dionne Warwick documentary, I knew that when they did the song, the proceeds went to AIDS research, because at that time in the 80s, AIDS was brand new. No one knew what the hell it was going on. And especially in the music, with Dionne Warwick, again, for people who don't know, she used to be that girl. Like, y'all don't know it, but she was fashion, all of that, the fashion houses, and the way that your friends, like the girls that y'all look up to now that can go to the store and they close the store down. No, she wasn't going to stores. They were bringing it to her. So with that, she, so again, with being in the music industry and the fashion industry, there were a lot of people that were gay that she knew that they were losing. And so that's, they raised, it won the Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a duo or a group with vocals and Song of the Year, and it raised more than $3 million for the cause.
What year did that come out?
Same year?
It was originally recorded 82. 85 was the cover.
85, the same year as We Are the World. That's what I said. It was November 85.
They beat him out. He's like,
yeah.
But it was too late to be in. So basically, she got a Grammy for 2 different songs that was raising money. Dionne Warwick did.
Yeah, but
she was on the
Burt Bacharach and Carl Sager. Look, that's who writes Grammy-winning songs. That's who you call if you want a song to be written. Well, I can even just say back then, today, I would have, if Burt Bacharach could write a song for me, I'd be like, sir, go ahead. Because I know I'm going to get something. That's it. So that's, now I'm very interested in learning how much each charity song raised.
Now you pocket watch it.
I am pocket watch. I need to know where the money went.
Yeah, because we still got AIDS.
Right, exactly. When they say when Black Men United did You Will Know, did some money get raised to go somewhere? Did the United?
That was for Jason's lyric.
That was for Jason's lyric. That was for profit, Stacey.
That was for Jason's lyric.
I'm just saying.
At some point, we're going to have to talk about that performance. If you've ever seen that the American Music Award performance of You Will Know, there's a lot of chicanery going on during that performance.
Yeah, it was every black man that could sing in the 90s.
Right, but it was a lot of Mike Hogan on there.
Yeah, well,
head nodding.
Luckily, the recording and the music video doesn't show that, but I feel like once they got on stage, some Quincy Jones wasn't there to tell them to check their ego at the door.
You ain't gonna tell 50 black men to check their ego at the door.
Like, check your ego at the door. So you got all these black men up there. One who was on the original who wasn't there, and then a younger one.
Oh, you talking about Voldemort?
Usher
was not there.
No, Voldemort. No, Voldemort.
Right, Voldemort was not there. And an up and coming young artist was there and took his place. And little did we know at that time that he was coming for the king. And by king, I mean Tevin Campbell. Tevin Campbell was the Prince R&B, people. And then that was
a game changer.
That was the passing of the torch.
I have said on this podcast before that Tevin Campbell was the Prince of R&B, like it or not. And when I said that, and when people were like, no, he never was, then who was it?
He was.
Then who was it? If it wasn't him, then who was it? Now, once Usher, like, now, don't get me wrong. Tevin, there was a fall off of Tevin in there. And there are plenty of other artists, but nobody that was in that bracket, that age bracket, though. And Tevin was on the way of aging out as Usher was coming in. And it's like, it's weird to say aging out, but like he's how old is Tevin Campbell? Couple just
He like late 40, like 48.
I was saying like, yeah, because if Usher is
45,
47. So like I said, there's not a huge.
He's 47.
Yeah, 2 different years. So again, not a huge difference. But by the time I'm Ready came out, Tevin was probably 16, 17, something like that. Usher's coming in at 14. So as a younger girl, when you're looking at your next heartthrob crush, that if you're raised correctly, usually you try to stay within that age bracket, right? So yeah, I loved Tevin Campbell for a little bit, but then it was like, okay, we got Usher. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, immature. Like these are obtainable people, you know.
It's like you got varsity, JV, and freshman.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So, but like I said, we know these 2 Texas boys, one of them ain't make it. I mean, one of them, there was a fall off there, and then Usher was able to come in. But even with that, Usher's first album, as much as I love it, that didn't put Usher on the map.
Mm-mm.
Like that didn't do it. And then he has that little gap in there, label switch, then comes in with My Way, and that's when it all changed. It's from that point.
It was like a rebirth.
It was like a rebirth of him. So like most people. A lot of folks don't know that there was a first album from Usher. They think that My Way was that first album. They don't know that The Many Ways or
Think of You.
Oh, thank you for Think of You. Think of You or Call Me a Mac.
Yeah. Call Me a Mac was on a soundtrack.
Yeah, that was on the Poetic Justice soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you don't know that. Like some people don't have no clue that.
I thought that was a girl when I was a kid.
A lot of people thought Call Me a Mac that he was a girl.
Yeah.
That voice was not deep. That voice had not changed it at all. That voice had not changed.
Man, well, thank y'all for listening. This has been a great one, man. Like this, this one's been hilarious. Stacey, where can people hit you up at?
You can find me. Where can you find me? Oh, on the interwebs. So Stacey Adams, Stacey with the E, Adams with the Z, on all social media platforms. And you might be able to find me in St. Louis in May. I might be.
Ooh, she floating in.
Yeah.
You gonna make some wings?
I might. I mean, so well, I'll just say this. Stace and Big Sip are coming to town. We are.
Snap! Let's get it.
We gonna have a meet and greet.
Yeah, we flying. Yeah, we are. We're flying.
You got that right. We're having a meet and greet. I gotta meet this nigga Big Sip.
Like, yeah, we'll be there. I'll let y'all. Like, I'll tell y'all when we'll be there, but I'll be there and we'll see what we can make happen.
All right.
Where can people hit you up at, man?
Hit me up everywhere. Cool ass Scott.
Yeah, man, this was a fun one, man. The Jermaine Jackson Whitney Houston thing. I got that's a whole segment now. I did not know that was going to happen.
I'm thinking of a movie idea. Just for the 80s, just off 80s R&B, not even hip hop.
Oh man, like that. You know what? Maybe I need to start we need to start trying to get 80s R&B singers as guests. Somebody like a Midnight Star.
I'm not against
come over here and tell some stories.
Shout out to P-Roll Bryson.
I am not against it. We can totally try to. Like, yeah, we can try.
Get what's St. Louis own Angela Winbush.
Yeah, that was it. Ooh, yeah.
I talked to her. I mean, like, I would love to talk to some people who I don't like calling people one-hit wonders, right? But like somebody who, like, you know, they had something going on in St. Louis and we just didn't hear from them again. So like you got like Billy Lawrence, like her, or the woman who sings the song that's gonna be playing in my wedding, Lynn Fidmont. Like you had that song and it was at everybody's wedding, and then
what? Who are you talking about, Lynn Fidmont?
Like Silk Smooth.
It's the song. Like we've had this conversation before, and I've sent you the song before. Lynn Fidmont, called "You Were Loved." So I know
what you're talking about.
I sent you the. both versions, the acoustic one and the original one that was on in the 90s or early 90s anyway.
What part of St. Louis is she from?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know, but I do believe that she still performs. Because one of my friends, I think one time I mentioned her, one of my friends was like, "Oh my God, I love watching her perform." I'm like, wait, you've seen her perform? So I think she still performs. She may have a group or something that she maybe performs with and does some, different sets and things like that. But that, and it actually, because I think Big Sip actually had said, he's like, "You think she could sing at the wedding?" I don't know, but I'll find out. Mm-hmm. See how much she costs.
She might hit the hit shot. She might listen my chance.
Hey, look, not saying I'm blowing the budget on that singer, but
see, it's either gonna be her or Bun B.
and the greatest part of that is that if I said that to him, I'm like, "Look, babe, we could either get Lynn Fedmine, we can get Bun B." He gonna be like, "Ooh." Like it's gonna be a tough decision. Like he gonna be like, all right, well, I know. Or maybe Bun could bring somebody to sing with him. I don't know. Like
it's gonna be a hard one.
We're gonna be hard. Like it's we both got to sit there like, well, I don't know, because I mean, Lynn Fedmine, that is our song, but Bun B though.
It's Bun B.
This is Bun B. So you know what? Let's just invite Bun to the wedding, and then see if he maybe want to get on the mic.
Well, thank y'all for listening as always. We will be back soon. Peace.
All right.